We head immediately through now to maybe one of the tightest fights of the week, the 120 kilo men. I could not tell you how this is going to pan out.
1 through 5, just a handful of kilos apart.
Devin Williams from the United States opening with 295 kilos.
Big Dev, he's got a big squat, but an absolutely historic bench press.
And that is buttery smooth right there.
We might see a 600-pound bench press.
And he might need it in the fight that he is about to face. But it's not just a three-man race at all. It's very much in and amongst it. Joseph McDonald for Trinidad and Tobago, 315 kilos, opening 10 kilos below his max. And if this moves well, then he is for sure a threat. And it does move well. We now have rising star from Great Britain, Nonso Chinye, 20 years old, opening on 320 kilos, favorite for the overall win today.
#1 nomination at just 20 years old. Wow.
And I'll tell you one thing, Nonso never gets called for depth, and you can see why.
Yeah, that was impressive.
We now have Abdulmajid Suleyman from Great Britain, 320 kilos, competed at Sheffield, and now in the big fight in the 120s, previously a 105. Wow, that is a healthy looking opener.
And he's got a big deadlift. There's a possibility he could shock some people.
One of those top names for the fight. We have Etienne El Chaer of Lebanon, opening with 325 kilos, 20 kilos below his best.
Etienne, junior star, moved into the Open last year. Definitely a podium threat. What color might that medal be?
And that is a quick opener for Etienne. And 2-1, a good lift. We head into the second round of squats. Devin Williams looking to take 320 kilos here. A 25 kilo jump from his opener, 20 kilos off his best.
Devin was injured going into US Nationals, had a scrappy performance, grabbing the title and his ticket to IPF Worlds.
It's a little tougher, but you'd expect it to be so.
Now, he told me in the back, squats might not be 100%, but my other lifts are.
Joseph McDonald, Trinidad and Tobago, 332.5 kilos. This would already be 7.5 kilos above his best, and 315 was extremely comfortable for him. Hit a small sticking point there on the way up. Definitely not going to get any depth calls there, and he doesn't. 3 white lights, a good lift. Etienne El Chaer from Lebanon taking a 15 kilo jump to 340, just 5 kilos below his personal best. This is the kind of tight race that any of those top 5 lifters cannot really afford to miss a lift or lose any kilos.
Etienne also has a monster deadlift. You got to think the plan isn't to overly drain too much energy here. That's a good working second attempt for him.
3 white lights, a good lift. Yeah, a lot of big deadlifters in this flight. Abdulmajid Suleyman from Great Britain jumping 20 kilos to 340. 5 kilos below Mo's best squat. Wow.
Yeah, nice second attempt by Mo there.
Plenty left to go for his third. A good lift and arguably a little smoother than some people's openers. 345 kilos for Nonso Chinye from Great Britain. A 25 kilo jump. And this moves him into squat gold. His opener was extremely easy. Taking a big 25 kilo jump here. A little bit more work, but you'd expect 25 kilos to do that to you.
Still smooth enough for a second attempt.
Yep, absolutely. Looked like a second attempt. We move into the third and final round now. Devin Williams, 325 kilos, taking a 5 kilo jump, perhaps feeling like he's near that top end, and he is in that big battle for the overall, so he's gonna want to collect as many kilos as possible. Has squatted 340 kilos on home turf before, but it's different gravy at IPF Worlds.
Wow, yeah, he's confident. Okay.
Not a little bit too early there, Dev.
Yeah.
There we go. 2-1, a good lift, and get to blue for the shake that the nod gave him. And as long as the bar doesn't dip, he's okay.
No, I think it paused, but I don't see it down now.
345 kilos for Joseph McDonald, who already hit a personal best on his second, to further extend that and really put his name in the mix. He wants to hit this 345 kilo final attempt.
Just 22 years old, making fast progress, quickly becoming a contender.
Three white lights, a good lift. Younger generation coming through, fighting. Speaking of which, at 25 years old, Etienne El Chaer from Lebanon, taking 350 kilos, looking for a 5 kilo personal best to move into squat silver for the time being.
340 look comfortable. Expecting a 10 kilo jump to move well. A lot of Lebanese here in the crowd today.
Should he get this, only 10 kilos separates him and third.
Oh, good catch. That was unexpected.
Yeah, he squatted quite deep, which makes me think perhaps he lost a little bit of tension as he got to the bottom. Nonso Chinye, 355 kilos, a 10 kilo jump to move him into squat silver from off of the podium. Be a 2.5 kilo all-time personal best as well. They'll have to push those upper limits, as I said, if they want to stay in the race for the overall crown.
Nonso can afford himself a little bit of breathing room here. Some of his main adversaries not hitting their top in squats. If he can... Oh, no, that was...
What?
I'm not sure about this.
And I've got to say, Ryan, I think they took the bar too early. Let's have a look here. The bar didn't dip, and the spotter at the back, which, you know, they've had long weeks, and it's not...
Let him fight. Let him fight. Oh, they're...
Oh yeah, they've chosen not to take that final squat. They were given, I think, the opportunity to, but I think the right decision in conserving the energy, Ryan. He has a world record pull in him. Is it worth saving him for that? But now his teammate, Suleyman from Great Britain, 357.5. This will be a huge personal best at currently 345. Definitely puts his name in the mix for the overall title as well. It's anybody's game.
Yeah, Mo is heating up on the platform now.
It is a good lift, and that certainly puts his name in the mix.
You'll love to see it. 3 white lights, hard fought.
And that was absolutely the number. At this point, it's anybody's game. There's still only a few kilos that separate the top few lifters, and we will have to see what kilos they can add on to that as we head into bench press. 200 kilos now for Nonso. He was a little stung in the squat session. His final squat was taken away from him a little too early from the spotters. He had the option to retake, but it was 3 minutes he had to take it, and I think the right decision.
So I had spoken to Nonso in between the squat and the bench press event, and he said, you know what, it's in the past, it's okay, we move forward.
We now have Suleyman from Great Britain, who had a phenomenal squat session, opening now 205 kilos with a best bench of 220. On prognosis now, currently in 4th overall, just 7.5 kilos off of the podium in prognosis.
Nice, smooth, easy bench for Mo.
If Mo continues to have the day he's having, he's in a great position to push him around a little bit. Etienne El Chaer from Lebanon, opening on 215 kilos, just 2.5 kilos below his personal best.
Etienne lost a couple kilos on that squat. If he could regain it on the bench press, he's right back.
That's comfortable.
You could see where the kilos might come back for him.
We now have our penultimate opening attempt. Joseph McDonald from Trinidad and Tobago, 235 kilos, opening just 5 kilos below his personal best. This is a huge opening attempt, followed only by Big Dev himself. And that was quick. 3 white lights, a good lift, and I imagine as he dances off the platform, they'll be putting in a personal best in the second. And you can see with a personal best of 263 and the world record of 261, why he's coming out last at the bench press. Devin Williams with an opener of 245 kilos. Something would have to go pretty wrong for him not to take a stab at that world record.
Yeah, based off that opener, I can expect a pretty big jump if Big Dev and Nonso both hit their seconds as well as their opening pulls. Just 1.5 kilos will separate them on total. An extremely tight race on our hands here.
Nonso Chinye, 210 kilos for his second attempt, and they're going to have to be pretty aggressive, I think.
They can afford to. He's got a lot left in him.
Suleyman from Great Britain now, another lifter with his name in the hat, 212.5 kilos, and another lifter definitely with one of the bigger deadlifts in the flight.
Still too close. Anybody's game.
3 white lights, a good lift.
And while we're at it, if Etienne hits his opening pull, he's at 920. Let's throw another name in there.
Etienne El Chaer jumping 10 kilos to 225, and this is why he's a threat. He continues to add kilos to his current best. Landed a little below his best on squat, but more than making up for it here in bench.
He needed to find those kilos somewhere. It looks like he's going to find it in the bench press event of all events.
Now, the underdog, who is on prognosis right up there in the fight, takes a 12.5 kilo jump to 247.5. This will be a 7.5 kilo personal best on bench. Already hit a personal best on squat, and not just a little way, 25 kilos. 3 white lights, a good lift, and perhaps the other lifters pushing each other so much, not noticing Joseph go. And now on a second attempt, we were wondering about the jump that they might make. We are seeing a stab at that world record. He's hit 263 before in competition and well more out. Devin Williams of the United States, 261.5 on his second attempt. And with ease locks it out. 3 white lights, a good lift, a new world record, and room to spare for that third attempt. Nonso Chinye, Great Britain, jumps to 217.5 kilos, a 7.5 kilo jump. 210 was pretty comfortable for him.
Now Great Britain's in a situation they need kilos. They don't want to overreach 5 kilo personal best.
And that feels like the right choice for me. A really nice third, still didn't empty the tank, and a good lift, 3 white lights, new personal best, and we said they're going to want to get as close to that top end without running his energy down that he can. I think they did a good job of that. Suleyman from Great Britain, 217.5, a 5 kilo jump, landing him 2.5 below his personal best. And on prognosis, only 12.5 kilos separate first and fifth.
Considering you're talking about as many kilos as you are, percentage-wise, that is extremely close. Talking about extremely close, excellent attempt there by Mo. 3 white lights.
That keeps him within that 12.5 kilo range of first place. Etienne El Chaer from Lebanon, looking to jump 7.5 kilos to 232.5, already hit a personal best on his second. This keeps him on prognosis in first heading into deadlifts.
And again, a reminder, not only is he first heading into deadlifts if everybody hits their final bench, he's got a deadlift that can allow him to hold serve.
Wow.
Yeah. This is big trouble. Look, McDonald from Trinidad and Tobago has had a great start, but does he have the deadlift to hold off the other contenders?
Jumping 2.5 kilos, Joseph McDonald to 250, came in with a best bench of 240. Already PR'd that on his second, looking for a new personal best here on his third and final attempt. Already, with his deadlift opener and this bench attempt, be 1.5 kilos under his best ever total. And that is just brute strength. I'm a little worried about that top.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if they were questioning previous bench presses.
And at the top here, you can just see it dip before he locks out. But he only misses out on 2.5 there. He's very much still in the mix. And our final bench press of the session already took a world record on his second, looking to keep as close to the competition as he can with his third. We have Devin Williams jumping 4 kilos, 265.5 kilos for a new world record. And again, with ease, breaks his own world record that he made only moments ago. 3 white lights, a good lift, and he came and did exactly what he said he was going to do, which was break that world record. The remaining openers all belong to those top 5 lifters, vying not just for podium, but for overall, because any single one of those lifters could walk away world champion today. Devin Williams from the United States, 330 kilos. Nice conservative opener, 35 kilos below his personal best.
Smooth.
Gonna need to be, considering he's coming out first out of the top 5. Joseph McDonald now coming out for 330 kilos, and it's taken me this long to get the pun of his singlet. The McDonald burger. See what he did there. But very much in the fight overall for this title. Made a lot of progress on squat and on bench. That is a good lift, and he is enjoying every minute of being here. Now 340 kilos for Abdelmajid Suleyman of Great Britain. The personal best of 382.5. He has been on phenomenal form today. Had some cramping issues in the past and deadlifts. And that was a smooth opener, Ryan. Certainly bodes well for one of the 2 GB athletes. Our penultimate attempt and a serious threat for that overall win. 355 kilos for Etienne El Chaer from Lebanon. Yes, Nonso has the world record, but Etienne really not far behind with a 396 deadlift PB. Oh, Ryan.
Something happened there at the top.
Just seemed to have a little bit of a wobble.
Was that pain? The expression on his face, he actually couldn't relock.
And opening last is the world record holder, Nonso Chinye from Great Britain. 360 kilos, and he'll put on the bar what he needs to win. Wow.
Total, in contrast, totally smooth, easy.
There is an infinite amount of kilos left in that deadlift that we can see here heading into seconds. Everybody bar El Chaer on the board with their total, which is worrying. McDonald and Chinye currently tied, with McDonald at a lighter body weight. It is neck and neck. Williams just 2.5 kilos behind. Now as we head into the second attempt, a 22.5 kilo jump for Joseph McDonald, and this takes him into first overall. Wow, he is a threat. No one saw him coming. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Now this is getting close to Devin's top end. 30 kilo jump, he's only pulled 365 previously, and this is the second attempt.
Hit in the 370s in training, but like you said, 365 as your best in competition. Either way, you're getting close to that top end.
Well, if training's going well. Wow.
Looks like it has, and the game is on.
And you know what? Team USA rarely makes bad calls.
Suleyman, we have 362.5 kilos in the bar, and this will pull him onto the podium for the time being.
When Mo moved up to the 120s, the question was, how quickly can he regain the placement he was used to in the 105s? If he can end up on the podium in the 120s as stacked as this, that's speaking a lot.
Slowed down a little bit, but managed to smoothly move that up, and it is a good lift. He has to stay in the game with his 380 kilos. He's gone up 25 kilos. Etienne El Chaer from Lebanon to stay in the fight for the world title.
Now, is his back okay? Is he still 100%?
He gets this and he stays in the race, or he misses it and he risks not posting a total, and the risk seems worth it. He is back in the race, 3 white lights.
Just like that. It puts a little bit of pressure on Nonso.
Looking to move back into that pole position from 5th. This is a huge pull for Nonso, but not as big as he's done before. At Euros, he pulled the world record of 400 kilos. Now for his second attempt to pull back into first overall. 390 kilos. This is a 30 kilo jump from his opener.
Oh, there's a lot more there too, Amelia.
Do you ever think you'd see a 20-year-old move 390 like that on a second attempt? And a quick look at the results as they stand. Nonso Chinye currently on body weight ahead of El Chaer. Williams 2 kilos behind, has the chip from bench, but a lot can happen with these final jumps with all the top 5 pushing each other. And we move through to that final round. Devin Williams, he has done everything he can to put himself in pole position. This will take him into gold for the time being.
And it's got to be said, these gentlemen are swinging and swinging big after him. They might all miss. Devin Williams might be winning the 120 title right now.
And this is more than he's pulled, more than he's totaled before, so he'll have to have the day of his life. And it's moving, but can he look it out? No. And Ryan, that has put him out the race.
For gold, yes. Now, he's in bronze medal position. Again, these other gentlemen might swing miss and he might still end up on the podium.
Mo expecting to try and secure the bronze, but this, for the meantime, will pull him into gold overall. Of course,
Can you imagine he ends up the world champion because everyone else misses? This is real, ladies and gentlemen.
Abdulmajid Suleyman from Great Britain, 377.5, a number he has pulled before.
Unlike the gentlemen behind him, they all have numbers they haven't pulled before. This could be the title-winning pull.
And looking good. Is that locked out?
Oh, it's got to be close.
And 2-1, the coach goes to the jury. We'll watch that replay, as will the jury. Gets called for that lockout, and unfortunately, Mo is out of the race. All the next three are shooting for the gold. This equals Joseph McDonald from fourth onto the podium, past bronze, past silver, into gold for the time being. He is making the big jump to 385, and he has had the day of a lifetime, 385 kilos from the bar to put himself in the best position to become world champion today. And his name wasn't in the mix, but now it will be. He can't be an underdog anymore.
No, go fast now.
Oh, and it's so close. He's still happy, and so he should be. 2 attempts left, and one of these gentlemen will be the world champion. Etienne El Chaer of Lebanon taking a 10-kilo jump to move him ahead of Nonso Chinye into pole position for the world title. Everybody is on their feet. He didn't get his opener, went up anyway, and for the world title potentially, 390. He has lifted this before. Now their pressure is on.
At worst, he's got silver, and he might be taking gold.
Oh, and he's getting it. He manages it.
And Etienne fires back at Team Great Britain.
Green white light. He moves into pole position, and that just means one person to potentially take that away.
Nonso, under heavy pressure now, has to hit this.
At his first Open World Championship at 20 years old, Great Britain's Nonso Chinye, a phenomenon in the sport, 400 kilos for the world title. Does he rise to the challenge or buckle under the pressure?
Nonso struggling for that lockout. Oh my goodness. And it's just not meant to be. Wow. His fingers are cramping and he can't uncramp them.
And Ryan, that means El Chaer of Lebanon is the world champion in the 120s.
It's got to be said, Lebanon picked the exact right number. They've applied pressure throughout. Nonso, hands cramping, fingers cramped up, just at such an inopportune time. Lebanon with the 120 world champion.
Absolutely incredible. And if we just have another look at this scoreboard, it was so close from start to finish. In bronze overall, Devin Williams with 950.5. In silver, Nonso Chinye with 952.5, just 2 kilos ahead. And with that final pull, your new world champion with 962.5, Etienne El Chaer of Lebanon.